What's going on, guys? Albie with Albie Gonzalez Fitness, and you've seen the title of the video. You know why you're here. Bah! Top 3 exercises to help you build massive triceps, aka the horseshoe, aka the gluteus maximus, because that is what you're going to be getting plenty of once you build these massive beasts. Alright, now let's get into exercise number 1, the tricep pushdown. Now for this exercise, I recommend you either use the V-bar or the rope. I know you probably see some people using the straight bar. I personally do not like using the straight bar for anything when it comes to curling or pushing down. It's very taxing on the wrist. Okay, now me personally, I love to use the rope. I feel I can get a better stretch with the rope than the V-bar, but again, they're both very good. I'm okay with either. Alright, now let's go over some quick tips on how to perform this exercise, alright? So, one of the first key things that you want to keep in mind is you want to keep your elbows nice and tight, very close to your torso. You want to lean slightly forward, but not too much, okay? And then you want to start to push down. As you push down, you want to make sure you're only using your tricep. You're not focusing on locking out your elbows here. You're focusing on stretching out the tricep. As you're coming back up, you want to stop at probably the point where your fist is lateral here with your shoulder. Once that's there, then you proceed to push back down and you repeat the movement. Alright, now let's talk about some of the biggest mistakes people make when performing this exercise. One of the biggest things is that they lean forward too much, okay? And one of the causes for this is using more weight than you actually need to perform this exercise. All you're gonna do by doing that is you're gonna expedite your trip to Snap City on the corner of Jabroni Boulevard. Okay, the other thing is they flare out their elbows rather than focusing on keeping it tight to your torso and bringing it down and stretching the tricep. That's the other one. And the third and final one that I see a lot of people doing is bringing their hands up past their shoulder, okay? Basically, at that point, you're no longer even exercising your tricep. All right, that brings us to exercise number 2, the flat bench barbell extension, aka the nose breaker, aka the skull crusher. All right, now let's talk about some tips in order for you to perform this exercise correctly. So once you're flat on the bench and you have a good grip on the bar here, and I want to say probably about shoulder width apart, you're gonna bring it up like a bench press. Then from here, you want to make sure your elbows are not locked out, they are slightly bent. From there, you're going to now move the bar over your head and then bring it down. Once you're there, then you push, and that's your tricep extension. Now let's talk about some of the mistakes that people make when performing this exercise. One of them is they either do what I call the suicide grip. And this one is obviously very dangerous because if that bar falls, believe me, that is why they call it the skull crusher and the nose breaker. And you don't want to visit that. The other one is they lock out their elbows, putting all that pressure right there on their elbow when in reality all we're trying to do is work the tricep. The other and most important one is they bring it to the forehead or the nose rather than bringing it behind the back. And again, this is very, very risky, especially if you're going heavy, because any slight mistake or any failure of the muscle can cause this to come crushing right down your face. And we don't want that. And the third and final exercise, the dip. And I know a lot of people hate this exercise because it is one of the hardest exercises to do for your triceps. Any exercise where you're using mostly your body weight, like push-ups, pull-ups, dips, I understand it's very hard for a lot of people. But believe me when I say this, if you're trying to build massive triceps, that horseshoe, this is an exercise you have to be doing. All right, now let's talk about how we're going to perform this exercise. So once you're up there on the dip machine here, okay, keep in mind that you're going to be pushing up with the palm of your hands. Now before you start doing that, you want to focus on these key things. You want to keep your elbow slightly behind your back. You want to be leaned forward a little bit, and you want to make sure your elbow is very close to your torso. As you push up, you do not want to lock out your elbow. You do not want to put all that pressure on your elbow, okay? You want to get a nice contraction and stretch on the tricep, but you do not want to hyperextend the elbow. Keep that in mind. As you come back down, you want to stop at maybe a 90-degree angle, and then you push back up. Now let's talk about some of the mistakes that people make when doing this exercise. They lean forward too much. When you lean forward too much, you're using a lot of your anterior deltoid, and that's taken away from the exercise, because again, we're doing this exercise because we want to build massive triceps. The other thing is they come down too much. Okay, again, you want to keep it at a 90-degree angle. And another one is they either stay too straight, not giving them that slight front advantage that they need there to actually get that full contraction and stretch of the tricep. Well, there you have it, guys. The top 3 tricep exercises that I use to build those horseshoes, aka the gluteus maximus, because again, that is what you'll be getting. Don't forget to subscribe, like my video, and most importantly, hit that notification button. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and wait. So go ahead and put your cereal bowl down and hit that notification button. Thank you for that. Now you'll be getting, the latest videos that I come out with, so you can go to the gym and make some gains, get those peaks for the freaks, give them a pillow to put their heads on at night, if you're into that. And again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support, and peace out.